Today we're using my 8 attachment suppressed FFAR 1 here in Black Ops 6 Season 4. I'm an overpowered class up that you guys can dominate lobbies with. Let's get right into the attachments. For my first attachment for my optic, I had the Kevlar Microflex. I was just trying something different to see how the Kevlar Microflex was on this gun, and it was kind of alright. I mean, you can obviously put this on if you guys want to have an optic on. I chose to have an optic on in the gameplay. I wasn't using the iron sight, but if you guys want another iron sight class, would that be rapid fire or no recoil? Let me know down below in the comments, but make sure you guys have this on. For my next attachment for my muzzle, I had the suppressor, and this is going to give you no mini-map firing ping. I know you guys wanted a suppressor build, so I put the suppressor on this class just to try it out. I was going to use the monolithic suppressor, but currently that thing is bugged out. Until they fix it, you're not able to put on the monolithic suppressor, so I was just using the suppressor so that way I could stay stealthy on the map so my red dot doesn't ping on the radar. So make sure you guys have this on. For my next attachment for my barrel, I had the long barrel, and this is going to give you 3 ticks of damage range. I personally love the long barrel on this class because it's going to make my gun not feel like a pea shooter at those longer ranges. It's going to give you a faster TTK at those longer ranges, so make sure you guys have this on. You guys can see here with these stats, the damage at effective range is 26.4 and the damage on that is 21, and then the damage beyond range is 67.1 and the damage on that is 16. For my next attachment for my underbarrel, I had the vertical foregrip, and this is going to give you 3 ticks of horizontal recoil control. I personally love this underbarrel because it controls a lot of the recoil for you, so you're not going to have a really wonky recoil pattern or a lot of shake to your weapon, so make sure you guys have this on. You guys can see here with these stats, you're getting 45% to the horizontal recoil control. For my next attachment for my magazine, I had the extended mag 1 just so you don't have to reload after every single gunfight, and you can take at least a few gunfights and get some feeds with this magazine, so make sure you guys have this on. For my next attachment for my rear grip, I had the commando grip, and this is going to give you 2 ticks of ADS speed, 2 ticks of jumping ADS speed, 2 ticks of jumping sprint to fire speed, and then 2 ticks of sprint to fire speed. I'm not gonna lie, this attachment kind of reminds me of like the double quick draw from Black Ops 4 with the Maddox, so you're gonna be ADSing really fast with this attachment, so make sure you guys have this on. You guys can see here with these stats, you're getting 14% to the ADS speed, 15% to the jump ADS speed, 20% to the sprint to fire speed, and then 20% to the jump sprint to fire speed. For my next attachment for my stock, I had the balance pad, and this is going to give you 2 ticks of strafing movement speed, 2 ticks of hip fire movement speed, 1 tick of movement speed, and then 1 tick of aim walking movement speed. I personally love this attachment because it's going to speed up your strafe speed as well as your moving speed, so that way you are moving extremely fast as well as having a really good strafe speed, so make sure you guys have this on. You guys can see here with these stats, you're getting 12% to the movement speed, 19% to the crouch movement speed, and then 12% to the ADS movement speed. Finally, for the fire mods, I had the recoil springs, and this is going to give you 2 ticks of horizontal recoil control and then 2 ticks of vertical recoil control. I personally love this attachment because it's going to control a lot of the recoil for you, so your gun's not going to shake or have a really wonky recoil pattern at those longer ranges, so make sure you guys have this on. You guys can see here with these stats, you're getting 20% to the recoil gun kick control, 20% to the horizontal recoil control, and then 20% to the vertical recoil control. Here are all the perks on the screen for the wildcard. Make sure you guys are using Gunfighter so that way you guys can have all these attachments. Here are all my attachments on the screen with these stats. If you guys are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. We're using the FFAR with all the attachments and the suppressor because you guys wanted the suppressor on it. My aim is absolutely terrible with this thing. I just want to try the red dot on it to see if it was pretty good, and it's a little bit wonky for my liking, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like the iron sights a little bit more, but I also do feel like the iron sights really aren't the best on this weapon compared to like the Cold War one. Oh, this thing isn't too bad. Yeah, I got gunned down. I shouldn't have peeked that. I was really close on streaks, but I'm a dummy. Moving with Archangel. Hostiles have the hard choice. I want to throw a thing right here. Hey, so
Someone should make a movie about this. Or even better, someone should make a video game about this. Oh! Wait. Never mind.
I like the success perk. I feel like every other day or every so often I will try and use the red perks just so I can try and use something a little bit different.
Hardpoint locked down. Oh, I see you.
Nope. We are gonna try and go for the win though. Honestly, have not really been feeling too good. If I'm not gonna lie, I've been feeling a little sick. But I don't know what. So hopefully I get better soon.
Hardpoint located.
Dude, this dude has a jackal. I don't understand why you are using a jackal when there are new weapons out. That'd be like me uploading a jackal every single day. Dang, I forgot I had no freaking flak jacket on. Bro, that thing I thought went all the way down this way.
There's an enemy shooter. Hardpoint locked down.
I did see the new, they do have new scuff controllers that have anti-drifting. I do want to maybe buy that at some point because I want to see if it's actually true, because that's one of the only problems with scuff. That and sometimes the triggers. Sometimes the triggers do get stuck and you do got to finagle them a little bit. But I'm gonna be honest, I personally don't like the suppressor on this weapon. I just feel like at those longer range gunfights it does get a little bit tougher.
I am way too late for this right now.
There we go.
Weird career pivot for me.
No way you're there. Why are you right there? It's like he was sitting there.
Hardpoint is secure.
Dude, why would you just keep right there? Dude, all these kids are using like the most annoying weapons. I can't wait until tomorrow when I actually record like one of the annoying weapons. I'm gonna do Amez, Jackal, P9. I'm gonna do all those weapons.
What does it matter to you anyway?
There we gotta go, go, go. No! Alright, we made it out of there. I'm behind the wall! I was literally right on the left of that arch. I was gonna throw my C4. I was gonna explode his and it did not work. I hate that gun so much, the Loadout. The Loadout and the kill feed looks a little bit similar to the Tech 9 from Black Ops 6, or Black Ops Cold War. Oh, still beamed them from long range. Teammate! King Zot is a dummy. Or Zoot. Whoever the heck you say that name. Call of Duty is actually the weirdest human being on this planet. Group down, buddy. One of them left, I believe. We're up pooping on him right now, though. Dang, I couldn't get him with the last of that war machine. Teammates do have a hard bop, which is really helpful. Thought I could see him through the underneath of the truck. Teammate. So you get us killed.
Calling in score. Captured the hard point.
Archangel making noise.
Tactical incoming. Hardpoint is secure.
Well, there we go. We got the win. If you guys are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.